It's our third Minnesota expedition, and in keeping with previous trends, this location has been great. We had Sasquatch activity on our first night investigation, and now we're at Reamer's annual Bigfoot Festival, listening to some incredible stories from local witnesses.
Something huge came running down the hill. It grabbed a deer and strangled it, and then it dragged it back up the hill.
I hunt, so I drag deer through the woods, and it dragged it away like I can't. It didn't affect it at all.
So now you're killing me because you're holding a cast.
And can Cliff walk up and grab that cast from you, like I know he wants to do?
Yep. You could actually see the 5 toes in it.
That's a great one.
You can tell it's fresh, too.
This was just casted yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yep. Still hasn't dried out yet.
Yeah. So what led to the casting of this thing?
A friend of mine, he was out fishing in a canoe, and he seen this figure walking in the water, and he started getting scared because this thing wouldn't go away. So it held him there out in the water for hours, and then he called me the next day. So I casted a couple of tracks. One turned out pretty good. The other one was too wet, couldn't cast that one.
We heard a lot of good stories at Town Hall, but 2 of them really stood out. First was the Burcham siblings. They had a very rare sighting. We also had Don Sherman come in with a footprint cast he'd made just the day before from a sighting 2 days ago. So while Matt, Cliff, and Renee go follow with those witnesses, I'm gonna take off and do some sweet summertime camping in Minnesota, because everyone knows how much I love the Minnesota woods in summer, especially the mosquitoes.
Matt and I are gonna go check out this location with the Burcham family, where witnesses saw a Sasquatch take down a deer and drag it away. Well, that's really unusual. I wanna learn more about how Sasquatches hunt deer. This is definitely a spot that we need to check out. Hello.
Hello.
Howdy.
Hello.
Thanks for meeting us here
You're welcome.
on this blustery day.
Yeah.
Well, here's the lake. Where were you? Where was the critter?
So we were at that house across the lake.
Okay, and what did you see? Start from the very beginning.
My brother Isaac and I went down into the swamp. We saw a deer. We watched it for a minute. When we saw the creature run down, it grabbed a deer and strangled it, and then it dragged it back up the hill.
Ran back to the hill, dragging behind it, going right back up.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's that on top of the hill over there?
It's all county land, and there's never been anything back there.
Okay. What details of this thing could you see from that distance?
Well, it looked like a man, only huge and black everywhere.
We thought it was a man chasing after the deer at first, but the way that it handled the deer,
And the size.
the size, it wasn't really a struggle, it was just on top of it.
And it didn't look like the deer was actually trying to run away?
No.
It was almost like, a deer caught in headlights.
I think it was stunned. See, deer have pretty fast reflexes, and Cliff, I'm hearing this, and something comes to mind that when they told the story at the town hall that I'm thinking, zapping. Like as if that thing was disabled. They can emit something like infrasound that'll stun something temporarily. And there's other animals that can do that. What scientists discovered is that tigers in India have the ability to stun prey that they're about to pounce on using subsonic sounds, infrasound. And it has an effect on muscles in the nervous system of something standing in front of it that can disable it long enough for the tiger to get at it. And I'm thinking the Bigfoot in this case may have used that ability to stun this deer, making it easier to pounce on it. I just find it unusual that it would be there and it wouldn't try to run away unless it was temporarily stunned. But even from that distance, so I'm looking, you are by the house over there.
Yes.
Yeah,
It actually feels shorter from there to here than
Yeah,
it
you can
does from
see
here to
more.
there.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you hop over there and let's check it out?
Yeah, I'll drive over there and have a look. Isaac, you want to do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
To really get inside the witness's head here, Matt's gonna take Isaac over to where they were actually standing. And then Olivia, Emily, and I are gonna kind of recreate life on this side of the lake. I'm gonna go up and play the part of the Sasquatch, and poor Olivia's gonna play the part of the deer. I'll try not to kill her.
Yeah, this is it.
Wow. So you see his figure up on the hill,
Right.
and this would have been much bigger than him.
Yeah, it's not just shorter, but he's smaller.
Hey, Cliff, do you see us all the way over here?
Absolutely, yeah, I totally see him.
Okay, George of the Jungle, run down that hill and watch out for that tree.
Okay, there he goes.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't stop.
Even you made it down pretty fast.
Thank you, I'm glad you noticed.
Cliff came down that hill like he was on a rocket. He actually overshot Olivia. His momentum was so much that he couldn't stop. But whatever it was that killed that deer ran down that hill, stopped in its tracks, grabbed the deer, and then dragged it back up that hill with one hand. A person couldn't do that, but a Squatch could, and that's what they saw that day.
Absolutely not a person. And
Yeah,
you
no
could
way.
tell.
And I'll tell you what, running down that hill is no small feat. Maybe for a Bigfoot, but for me, man, it was a big feat. Minnesota's blowing my mind. I mean, I know it's good here. Look at the habitat, but look what we've got so far. Oh, we got Knox on the first night. Oh, yeah. There's a Bigfoot festival in Reamer, and now this great observation of a Sasquatch killing a deer. That's super rare. We're not even done here yet. I cannot wait to find out what the rest of the expedition has in store for us.
So now I'm back in the spot where we had our first night investigation because Cliff and Matt heard a knock here, and at Town Hall we got some good reports from the general area. There's definitely a Squatch around these parts, so my goal coming out here alone is to trigger it to think I'm one of the Squatches. But there's a storm coming in, a big one. They're predicting record rainfalls and wind. I'm just hoping it doesn't mess up my investigation too much. It just poured in thunder and lightning all night. It's about 1:30 a.m. We're a few miles north of where we were the first night. There's no way anything down there knows that I'm here. So if I start knocking and there's one here, it's gonna think it's a real Squatch. I wanna do one more. Better. Yeah, we gotta go lights out from here. Me too. My hair's all standing up. Oh, just got a knock. Dude, they're out here. Dude, they're out here. We can start filming. Oh, you hear that? Two little whoops. Real light, soft, came from probably 40 yards from that knock. They're over there. I think I might have fooled them. We got a Squatch or two Squatches right there. Those were the strangest whoops I ever heard because it started off like a bird call, then it went into a whoop. Weird smell around here too. I mean, there's marshes all over the place. But it's funky, real funky smell. It stinks. I like that, it's a good sign. I don't know if the soft knock and the two little whoops were because they were trying to call to me, like, are you a person? If that was a test by the Bigfoots to see if there was a Bigfoot over here, I definitely failed. Whatever was here, I don't think is here anymore. I hope they come back.